Day 27. So it looks like where I use the turpentine, besides leaking a bunch, it has this tendency to leave these cracked looking, I guess, patches. A little bit here, which, if I'm honest, I really don't mind, because the whole point of these underlayers is to just get a base coat of color that we can build on top of. So whatever little details and other kind of gnarly stuff that has happened, it really is of no consequence because it's all going to be covered up. And coloring outside of the lines of any of the things here and here is also going to be completely fine, because I feel like when I do the background, it's going to be a lot darker, and it's going to also cover up whatever mistakes I've made with the other paint. Today, I'm going to do some green undercoats in the eyes and the rink, I guess, the spray, because I want to work it up into a yellow color, but I want it to have a little bit of a slightly toxic look, like a yellowy green. For those of you who've been watching this project, you're probably thinking it's going pretty slow, and it is. I paint for probably about, I'm in the garage for probably about 45 minutes to an hour every night. Sometimes over, maybe like an hour and a half. It's not a long time. I'm usually in the garage for about an hour. But what that means is that I can't really get a lot done in that time. And for you as viewers, you only get these little snippets. So for those of you who are tuning in and watching the process, I really do appreciate it, because at the end of the day, there's not really a lot going on. Also, a little update on my work life. I am very busy right now. As I've previously mentioned, I work for 2 different companies. I work for one company called Connected Cannabis, and I do packaging design. I do web stuff like media kits, flyers. I do all of their installations. I basically do all of their graphic design. And then I work for another company which houses a few other brands. They house Pretty Dope, they house Side Hustle, what's it called? Daily Dose, Crave, and a few other brands. And I work on all of the brands under their umbrella. So in terms of brand work, I work with about 5 or 6 different brands. My work is priority in my life right now because I'm trying to pay the bills, send the kids to school, pay for daycare, pay for food, pay for rent, gas, whatever. So paying the bills is the priority. That is why those of you who are my longer time followers for maybe the past 5-6 years, if you've been wondering where I've dropped off for the past couple years, it's basically just because I've been having kids and working. And now that I have been away for so long, I feel like I gotta get back into the art. But again, as I think I've stated before, I'm no longer approaching it as a primary income source. I have that taken care of with my day jobs. This here is basically my hobby now. So that's why work comes first. This is secondary. That's why I can only spend about an hour and a half maximum a day, because right after this, I clean up my little hands and I go and I do my day job work. And if I could spend more time on this, I would. But the only way that's going to happen is if somebody ends up starting to buy whatever I make in the garage. I'm not holding my breath for that, let's be honest. When I finish a piece, I don't put it in the web store. I just roll it up and I put it on a shelf. If you think I should put it in the store, let me know. If you're interested in supporting my work and you do want to buy something, leave a comment or shoot me an email, or I don't know, DM me on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram very often anymore. I have been taking vertical video while I shoot the YouTube content. So I have been building up a bit of a backlog of content for Instagram, but again, it takes a little bit of time to even post the stuff. The editing is minimal. It's basically trimming off the front and trimming off the back and then posting like a time lapse. But then there's the hashtags, the picking the music, and the writing the description and posting. That per video can take up to 20 minutes, which that's probably the most it should take. But when I have 20 videos at even 10 minutes a piece, that time adds up. I don't have 3 hours to sit and edit and schedule a bunch of Instagram posts. So right now I'm basically just building up a backlog of shorts and reels content while just getting the YouTube stuff up there for you to watch. And I am eternally grateful for anybody and everybody who is tuning in. It's really, like I said, it's such a joy to open the YouTube studio and to see even 1 or 2 new subscribers. To me, that's a feeling that I haven't had in a very long time. Back when I was growing my Instagram really well, back in about 2017, 2018, that was I think when I was really peaking. I haven't felt that same kind of good feeling since then. And it's different because now I used to take for granted the amount of followers or whatever that I had on Instagram, because it would just 100 or a few hundred would pile in every day. And I got into this kind of cocky mindset, like, this is just going to keep growing. And then the things changed a little bit and my followers just started tanking, and now I hemorrhage about 100 to 150 followers a day on Instagram. And it's no big deal because I don't feel like much of a loss because, like I said, this isn't my primary source of income anymore. I used to get really bummed out about it because it was one of the only things that I felt that I had really achieved in my life, was building a following on Instagram and being able to make art and connect with people and sell it. When I first lost that, like I said, I was a bit bummed out. Then I found work, I make decent money, and I can return to just doing what I actually like to do without having any pressure on me. That being said, I would like to continue doing it. I haven't lost hope that maybe one day in the future I will be able to make, not necessarily a living, but a supplemental income from my work. So, enough yammer-jammering. Just wanted to let you know why so little time is spent here in the studio. It's just because I have other prior obligations that actually pay the bills. That being said, we are going to get through this. I am going to finish it. It's just going to take probably, I don't know, maybe another 2-3 weeks. It's not something that I'm really too concerned about. I guess I just wanted to talk about it because for the new people coming in, I wanted to let you know what kind of content you can expect here. It's a hobby art channel. I try to share with you what I know. I'm mostly self-taught. I've had some art class. I had an art class in elementary school. I had an art class in high school. And then when I was 14 years old, I had an art tutor for about a month. I could not get into an art school after high school because I didn't have a portfolio and no art school would take me. So I didn't get to live my dream of going to an art school and getting professional knowledge. I just do what I do because I just draw upon whatever I've seen other people do. I've monkey-doed my way through making art. And I think that a lot of stuff that you learn at art school is very necessary. I think that the techniques and the methods that I could have learned there would probably help me out greatly with whatever the heck I'm trying to do now. But at the end of the day, this channel is also about learning. It's about me learning and you learning with me and from my mistakes. And we're learning together. It's going to be a good time. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the support. The main thing that I really want to say is that art has always been a part of my life, and for the long haul. I've been on and off of YouTube for years now. But this time I'm committing to just putting in the work of just making the art and just putting it out there, and starting from day 1 going to day 10,000. I always like watching people's journeys and their development. I think that's a really interesting and valuable thing that the internet has been able to give us, is that you're able to document progress, and that's a wonderful thing. It's kind of why I don't like watching shows about people who are already rich, people who already have pretty much everything, nice cars, nice clothes. I don't care, because it's not interesting to me. I like to see the struggle. And if you're also like me and you want to watch somebody struggle and work for what they have, this is the place to do it, because there's plenty of struggling to be had here. All right, said it once, I'll say it again. Enough talk, let's start the show. I'm gonna get my paints ready here, and we are gonna get painting. And I also gotta change. Do you like my shirt that I made? Only one of these shirts exists. All right, see you in a sec. Green has been applied. I'm just mixing up a little bit of the base skull brown, skeleton brown color to fill in around here and fill in the nose. A very small amount, but it should do the trick. Mixing paint is very fun. It mixes a lot faster than you would think. Well, it mixes a lot faster than I would think. I don't know how fast you would think it mixes, but I didn't think it would mix so fast, but it just mixes very fast. Very satisfying. There we go, much better. Alright, pretty good. Just the opportunity to fill in down here. That's settled. Alright, well, one thing, I keep forgetting to turn on the time-lapse camera, so that's awesome. Now that the brown is in, the green is in, I am going to work on the smoke a bit. So what that is going to entail is just white and blue. I'm going to just start lightening it up. Let's see where it goes. So we did a little bit of work on the smoke. I'm just gonna continue. I used this brush right here. I didn't add any thinner. I just mixed up a lighter blue and just used a clockwise circular motion to apply it, so it gives it this kind of soft, puffy look. Got the green on the eyes, got the green on the spray, and then my camera stopped recording because I forgot to format the card. Ran out of space. So that's it for today. That's day 27. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to all of my speaking words. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being you. And if you're also drawing some skeletons or, you know, doing your own projects, I wish you luck on them. I'd also like to see them. I'm curious what other people are working on. I might be doing a collaboration here soon with a fellow artist who lives in Long Beach. I don't know how I'm going to make it work with all the stuff I've got going on, but there's that to look forward to. And I will see you tomorrow. How interesting. I'm learning so much.